This is a drag racing video. It's been a very long time since I made a drag racing video, since the previous drag racing challenge. That challenge was absolutely amazing. Lots of crazy hard accelerating cars doing quarter-mile times and all that crazy nonsense, and I missed that, and I want to do that again very soon. But for now, and in this video, my friends, we'll be testing your amazing cars, some of the legendary viewers' cars and some of the legendary cars on this channel. I'm gonna be drag racing them using this quarter mile on the West Coast map in BeamNG.drive. So as you can see, this is the West Coast map. Looks absolutely amazing, and this is the car that I made recently on the latest automation version. It's called the Crown, which is something a little bit, you know, familiar to a car that is dear to my heart, and I drive it every day. The reason that this camera right now is in this angle, because on the left side, when I turn the camera over there are many cars, and I promise you the frame rate will drop really hard. It will drop like to 17. I selected so many cars, so let's see, and let's turn the camera over there and see what's what. Yes, as I expected, let's start from the left. We have the upgraded version of the Death Stalker, because according to the latest automation update, I couldn't fit the massive fat 7-liter engine twin turbo in it with all-wheel drive. I had to use something a little bit different, which is a 3.6 liter inline 6 turbo, making 800 horsepower instead of 1000. The next car is of course the Wagon, which is the prize for the off-road showcase. It's an all-wheel drive V8, supercharged V8, producing, I don't know, 600-700 horsepower. It's a true beast indeed. The next car, which is of course everyone's favorite, the Gladiator 1000, which is the blue one. Everyone loves this car so much because it's a crazy drift machine, all-wheel drive, 1000 horsepower. It just rips the 4 tires hard, smoking them on each and every single corner. If you are wondering what's the white version of it, well, according to the new update in the automation game, I couldn't fit the 7-liter twin turbo also using all-wheel drive, so I had to use something alternative, something different, which is a 4-liter V8, a 4-liter V8 twin turbo also, making 800 horsepower. So on the left you have the Gladiator 1000, and on the right is the Gladiator 800. So another version with different grille, as you can see, different many things, but the essence and the soul is still the same. So who knows? And this one is much lighter than this, so who knows? Maybe it will be faster. Moving on, we have the JXV, which is the supercharged V6 monster, making 800 horsepower on supercharged only, and 1000 using nitrous. So this is also an amazing thing to see. The next bit, which is the Lamborghini Diablo-ish. It's not 100% Lamborghini Diablo, no, it's a mix between the Lamborghini Murcielago and the Diablo. So of course with the 6.5 liter V12 Lamborghini. I'm also curious to see how this thing will perform, rear-wheel drive of course. Now on my right side we have the Velox AVM River, an upgraded version using the LCV3 new update, which is absolutely crazy. This thing now rips hard on the track and drifts really hard, so I'm curious to see how it will do on the quarter mile. This is so far my most grippy, or the grippiest car I ever did in automation game, the Thiele Eraser. No, this is not the upgraded version, because this thing has so many fixtures that won't work, because you know, so many mods like the front grille, some of the vents, some of these things will not load into the latest update. So I'm gonna leave it you know, as it is from the previous automation game version until they upgrade the mods, and then I'm gonna give it a little touch-ups. But this thing grips like super glue, and it has a naturally aspirated V10 in it. It's really amazing. Moving on, we have some of the viewers crazy creations. Like for example, this is the Horizon VI LM edition. This is also an upgraded version. I did upgrade the engine in it, made it a little bit you know, less laggy, better gearbox, better suspension, better tires, and so on. So it's amazing. Let's see what else we have. We have of course the Ford F-150 Raptor, which is of course a viewer made car. This thing came from the viewer with a EcoBoost V6 in it. I threw it away. I swapped it with a 5-liter a Mustang 5.0 Coyote. Then I turbocharged that V8 to make it more efficient, and I supercharged it using a twin screw supercharger on top. So this thing is running with a twin charge system and nitrous, making 1000 horsepower. Also, I'm curious to see how this thing will do with a sequential gearbox or maybe manual, I forgot. So as always, have fun and let's see how these cars will perform, and at the end of the video tell me what do you think about those cars and which one do you like the most. Alright then, let's move on with them. Alright then, so let's start with the first car, which is of course the Crown. Now this, as I've mentioned, has a single overhead camshaft, 225 horsepower V8, nothing special, like open differential, 4-speed automatic. I mean, really boring to many people. And now let's see how this thing will perform here. I'm gonna just neutral drop it. Yep. Yeah, as I was expecting. Accelerates nicely, I mean 120 so far. Wow, 15.2. That's a very slow car. Yes, the Crown base. This thing did 15.2. As I was expecting, not much, you know, fast numbers, but I'm really happy with it. 15 seconds car. Yeah, naturally aspirated, nothing special, lazy engine, lazy gearbox. Yep. Now let's move on with the next car and see if we can of course we are going to crack this number, of course, that's very obvious, but let's see how the number will be. Alright, so the next car that we have here is called the Velox AVM River, a car that won the GTI challenge, as I quite remember. This thing rips hard, used to be very cool, but unfortunately Mr. Velox AVM gave it an open differential and a little laggy engine, to be honest with you, because this thing has a twin turbo V6 engine. What I did is I upgraded the engine, the gearbox, and I gave it limited slip differential. It's still an all-wheel drive monster, so now this thing hooks really hard and drives absolutely crazy. But what I love about this thing is not only because it won the challenge, I love the attention to details. Check it out, many crazy things, like look at that, a front hook or 2 front hooks, the badges, like for example, let me show you the rear, for example. Check this one out. If you can focus here, it says caution hot for the exhaust. Turbo badges, wipers, everything about this thing is just amazing. It sounds good, drives good, it's beautiful in every single way. So let's see how it will perform. Alright, this thing has dual clutch. I'll leave it in sport automatic. Wow, this thing is really fast. 11-second car. Wow, I'm very impressed. 11 seconds using a twin turbo V6 and a very light hatchback. I'm very impressed. So good work, Mr. Velox. Your car is still one of the best hatchbacks in this game. So let's move on and test the next one. Okay, so the next vehicle that we have here is of course the Ford F-150. This is a vehicle that was made by a viewer for the off-road showcase challenge. It's absolutely amazing. The attention to details, like look at the front grille, the headlights, everything is looking absolutely crazy realistic to the Ford F-150. So $11.5. Wow, 11.5 for a pickup truck. I mean, this thing is really heavy, about 2 tons and 1000 horsepower, so, or even more than 2 tons, I think. I forgot, because this thing has a regular chassis, regular body, nothing really lightweight. So let's move on to the next thing. Alright, so the next car that we have here, it's called the Thiele Eraser. This is a close-up look to it. Looks absolutely amazing and crazy. So we have a massive carbon fiber rear wing, carbon fiber rear diffuser. Everything is carbon fiber. We have roof scoops. Even the window trim are made from carbon fiber. The body it's made from carbon fiber. Rims, carbon fiber. Chassis, brakes, everything is made from carbon fiber. Even the headlights. Naturally aspirated V10. Oh my God! Have you seen the grip? Of course, sequential racing gearbox. 9.3. 9.3 seconds. Yes, I'm not surprised. This thing, because on the track this thing rips hard, it eats every single corner, grips really hard, nothing can catch this thing around corners. I love this thing and I hope that you love it too. So let's move on with the next thing. Okay, so this is the Dragon Wagon. As you can see, it's crazy looking, a muscly 4x4 beast, supercharged 4x4 and nitrous. Nitrous all the way. .8. Impressive. Impressive indeed. 9.8. So let's move on and test the next thing. Now the next car that we have here, it's called the Diablo. It's not really a Lamborghini Diablo. It's inspired by the Lamborghini Diablo and the Murcielago at the same time. So yes, when you look at it, you see some bits from the Murcielago, some bits from the Diablo, some bits that are extremely weird, like those Toyota Supra tail lights, because, well, they are not. I didn't find any Lamborghini tail lights, but it looks absolutely crazy. And this thing has the official specs from the real Lamborghini 6.5 liter V12 engine. The gearbox is identical to the Diablo, the which model, 1995 I think, and this thing is rear-wheel drive, has manual gearbox. The tires, front and rear tires, the wheels are 100% identical to the Diablo. The brakes are identical, the size of the discs and the pistons are of course identical. The suspension settings is identical to Lamborghini Diablo, so who knows? Of course, no traction control. Rear-wheel drive, remember. Hooks really nice on that super glued drag strip. Look at this speed, absolutely crazy. 11.7. Of course, as we all know, Lamborghini cars are not really drag racing cars. This is not a Lamborghini, but everything underneath the body is Lamborghini tuned. Let's move on to the next thing. Alright, so this is the Gladiator 800. It's not the Gladiator 1000, no, this is the new updated version from the LCV3 automation game version, the open beta. This thing still has the same glorious Ute body, as you can see, the same amazing fixtures, different exhaust, but now we have connected exhaust and rear differential, the realistic fixtures from the latest update. But this thing doesn't have that 7 liter glorious twin turbo V8. No, this thing has a 4 liter twin turbo V8. This thing is making 800 horsepower, so who knows, maybe it will be faster or maybe equal to the Gladiator 1000, because it's lighter than the Gladiator 1000 and it accelerates harder, so who knows. And the RPM limit is higher. Oh, this thing is a beast. 9.318. Very good. It's not the first place. First place goes to the Thiele so far, but this one is just absolutely hard to accelerate, really hard, and it's a drift machine, so when you want to drift it, it will drift hard. It has sport compound tires, not semi-slicks, but it grips hard, no wheel spin at all. Right now let's try the Gladiator 1000 and see if we can get faster or quicker than this number. Alright, so this is the Gladiator 1000, the legendary car, the legendary drift car or drift ute that everyone did fall in love with. This thing is absolutely crazy. It has 1000 horsepower, 7 liter twin turbo V8 under the hood, all-wheel drive. I mean, looks and drives absolutely crazy. I love this thing, and this is one of my original cars that I started this channel with. And I love it, and I will never give it up, because this thing is absolutely crazy. Push rod rear suspension, double wishbone front suspension. I mean, this thing drives and hooks hard, and when you want to drift with it, it will respond with massive smoky skids. So let's see if we can actually beat the Gladiator 800, the upgraded version. Whoa, 8.18. Oh, 8.8, sorry, 8.8. So yes, the Gladiator 1000 is still has it, still have all the glorious. So let's move on with the next thing. Alright my friends, so this is the Horizon Vi LM edition, a viewer made car that looks absolutely like crazy and striking and angry at the same time. This is a track car made entirely for the track. Where it was very cool. The viewer who made this thing made it really fast and really hard on the track. What I did is I took it, tuned the engine, made it a little bit better, less laggy with the new turbo. Tuned the gearbox, made it a little bit faster from 0 to 100. New tires, new brakes, new suspension, carbon fiber, everything to make it extremely light. The body, the chassis, everything is made from carbon fiber. And let's see how it will perform on the drag strip. Hooks really hard. Look at the turbo. .150 or 10.150. Absolutely crazy. I love it. This is a 10-second car, and with some tuning it can go to the 9s, but out of the box 10.1, very impressive. I love it. Let's move on with the next beast. Alright my friends, now this is the JXV. This is a 4-door saloon or a 4-door sedan with a 4.5 liter V6 engine, supercharged, twin screw supercharger on top of it, making 800 horsepower, all-wheel drive, dual clutch gearbox. This thing is comfortable, sporty, spacious, not much economical, making 800 horsepower on supercharger only and 1000 horsepower using nitrous. So let's do a run. Of course I'm gonna use nitrous, so let's see how it will perform. Woof. Wow, 9.5 seconds. Very impressive. I'm impressed with this thing. Alright, so this is the final car that we are going to test on the quarter mile. As every one of you knows, this is the Death Stalker, a crazy beast indeed. This thing is from 1950s. The body, the chassis is from 1950. But the drivetrain, the suspension, the brakes and everything else is from 2019. So after the latest update, I really wanted to open this thing, open it in the new version, give it the upgrade and put the differentials and tune it a little bit more to make it even more perfect. But unfortunately the new version did not allow me to use the same 7-liter V8 twin turbo with 1000 horsepower. So what I did is I opted for a 3. Remember, focus on this 3.6 liter inline 6 turbo. Yes, I'm not kidding. Here it is. A 3.6 liter inline 6 turbo, making 860 horsepower, and we have side exhaust. Check out the black smoke. Yep, it's a smoky beast because I'm pushing so much fuel into this engine. Sometimes it will run a little bit richer, and yep, black smoking all the way. So let's see if this thing can rip hard on this quarter mile, because I made the suspension a little bit harder, because the previous version the suspension was from 1950s, softy, gooey rubbish. But now it's modern. And dual clutch gearbox, not automatic. .4. Wow, 10.4 indeed. So that's pretty much it, my friend. These are the final results from these cars. In the first place we have the Gladiator 1000, second place Thiele Eraser, they have the third place goes to the Gladiator 800, fourth for the JXV Supercharged V6, and fifth place goes to the Wagon Supercharged Monster, and of course sixth goes to the Horizon, Death Stalker, and so on. So alright then, those are the final results. So my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, Get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and of course check out my Patreon page. I have all these crazy cars, the cars that I made, not the cars that the viewers made them. No, these are viewers' cars, the cars that I made myself. If you want to get those cars, the link in the description below for my Patreon page. You can sign up to my Patreon page, download those crazy cars, and get like 4K wallpapers, watch behind the scenes, and by doing that you will be supporting the channel and supporting the next challenge and the next crazy video. So thank you so much my friends for your amazing support and for your watching this video. Alright my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon with more amazing videos, and goodbye for now my friends.